outside. Or inside. I don't claim to be the best blacksmith. Norland Greenland's not that. Let's see.
Nothing? My lord, please.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
I just... Who's this then?
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm starting to think...
I want to hear what he has to say. What's this about Riverwood being in danger? Gerda owns the lumber mill, if I'm not mistaken. Pillar of the community, not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
It's a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
It's not on here. Damn it. So... inventory, cool. So that should be working. That. Where the fuck is my camera? Oh, there it is. Cool. So is the... Test. Cool. We're back in business. What's up? What is this guy doing?
Varangar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon inquiry. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons.
Hmm.
Yes, I
How
could
they
use
found that
someone to
dragon
fetch
talking
something
earlier.
for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, one sure mark of a but I began to search for information about dragons. I learned of a certain go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main, an old tomb built by the ancient Nords. Perhaps this I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction. Well, you must preserve some profession. Ah, student, take an enchanted. Once you know an enchant, of course, I have everything you need. I'm not surprised you've but not anymore. Far back in the myth, many of the monumental ruins, the details are lost, but at some point, why, this very palace was built by one of them. Take a look.
Damn. Oh damn, these are expensive. Got like no money. Oh shit. Fuck. Ah. Ah. I can probably get like one, two things. Kind of familiar.
Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you. Oh, I thought you'd take a look.
Before it's too late.
Oops.
I don't know if you... What are you still doing? I believe I am, yes. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have... Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure our... Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the call. I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. If the hold is faced with... Hopefully that... Of course, yeah. Oh, I thought you were... If I said that was a tedious question, as long as I'm left alone... Now, I'm a bit... I'm sure... What are you still doing? Sadly, no. My work of... Perhaps some hero will... What a fascinating conversation that...
Who the fuck are you?
Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you. The Jarl is not a patient man. Neither am I. thought you were already on your way to Blitzball's Barrow.
I thought you should shut the fuck up. Damn. Fatty or cheese wheel, moon sugar, ale, any of that shit. Moon sugar and ale. Fuck. Ugh. Sounds like nothing. Well, I can't. I don't think I can make that. Make.
Friggins I can handle. This talk of dragons, world gone mad, I say.
Ugh.
Welcome, child. This is the Temple of Kinnareth. Disciples of Kinnareth could send... Of course, not as many pilgrims these days. A big dead tree isn't very inspiring if you're coming to worship the divine. Kinnareth gives life, and we need a living tree to be her symbol. I've thought about that. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent... But even if you could get to the Elder Gleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal... Elder Gleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. You'll have to deal with the hag ravens. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have... Your spirit is strong. It's held in a hag raven nest called Orphan Rock.
Oops. Okay, I can't take those flowers.
Welcome, child. This is the disciple. Of course, not as many pilgrims. A big Kinnareth gives life. I think if we... But even if you could get... Elder Gleam is... You'll have to... It's called Nettlebane. Your spirit... It's held in a hag raven nest called Orphan Rock. Oh. So, have you gotten Nettlebane back from those filthy hag ravens yet?
Yes, Houseman. We leave immediately.
It's us against the dragon? Is that it?
I can't afford to send anyone else. We don't know where the dragon is. Your main job will be to keep an eye out to get the people to safety if the town is attacked. I don't expect the three of you to fight the dragon.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
No, fuck off. Jesus Christ.
Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that. Ah, splendid, splendid. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. As long as you clean up. You know how to... A little weak. We have plenty of... Ah, so... I think I can teach you a thing or two. Of a sort. Within the... If I had a septum for every case of... Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20! Onyx, cups, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content. It's a good auction, but keep trying new things. Alchemy rewards inquisitive. Minds. I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you.
around. I'm sure I have something you'll want. I'd even buy... Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Take a look. Interesting, to say the least. What with all that's been going on. On the one hand, supplies are harder to come by since fewer traders are traveling the roads these days. But on the other, the scarcity of supplies has led to some, elevated prices. All that matters is that I have what you need, and it's worth every septum. Isn't it obvious? Why, the wonderful, not to mention my great... but without a doubt, the most compelling feature of this frozen wasteland is the volley of inane questions.
Foolish.
Huh?
Nothing of ours.
What?
We're suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son? What of Thorold? Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side, and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
Never accept his death. My son still lives. I feel it in my heart. So tell me, Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorold?
Do you believe this old hag? Holding him? Why, I've got him in my cellar. He's my prisoner. Face it, coward. Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, Father. There's nothing more to be said here.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorold. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Though it's not wise to discuss it here. Have to chat with an old who you wish to help. During your stay at my home today, I'll tell you the whole story. My friend Maven. What are you doing that for? Have you met Maven in Riften?
Life's hard enough with all these... That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his... I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh. If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
I work for Bellathor at the general goods store.